It was Sunday, June 7. I took a nap that afternoon and had a dream. In the dream, I was taking an exam. Everyone else was almost finished, but I didn't even have an exam paper. The overwhelming sense of panic was so intense that my chest hurt, and I felt like I could barely breathe. Then suddenly I woke up. As soon as I woke up, I kept telling myself, "Don't think about it. Don't think about it." I got out of bed right away and took my kids out to play. As I was driving past the local high school, I noticed something unusual. Parents were riding teenagers who looked high school age. Normally, these students ride their e-bikes home by themselves. I checked my phone and realized today is China's National College Entrance Exam, the Gaokao. In China, children typically start kindergarten at the age of 3. They spend 3 years in kindergarten, 6 years in primary school, and 3 years in middle school. If they pass the entrance exam for high school, they continue with another 3 years of high school. That's a total of 15 years of education before taking the Gaokao. Every year from June 7 to June 10, millions of students across China take this exam. It only happens once a year, which shows just how important it is. For many Chinese families, the Gaokao isn't just another exam. It's often seen as one of the most important opportunities to shape a student's future. That's why both parents and students take it so seriously. Around each exam center, traffic police direct traffic. Police officers patrol the area and volunteers are stationed nearby to assist students. Everyone works together to ensure the exam goes as smoothly as possible and to handle many emergencies. Even ordinary citizens join in. Drivers voluntarily refrain from honking near the exam sites, helping create a calm and quiet atmosphere for the students. I'm 39 years old, but even after all these years, the memories of the Gaokao are still buried deep inside me. When I was a child, my family went through some difficult times. Because of what happened, I stopped going to primary school for a while. I honestly can't even remember how long it was. For most of that period, I lived with relatives, and later I had to transfer to another school. Both my middle school and high school were boarding schools, so I spent most of my time living on campus. Starting in 6th grade, I had to figure out my school tuition on my own by asking local education officials for help. Even the school required us to buy other supplies, I usually went without them. My parents had the money, but they chose not to buy. I never complained because I believed they hardly had enough hardships to deal with. During my final year of high school, because of a series of unfortunate circumstances, I didn't even have my own textbooks. Before every class, I had to borrow the textbook from students in another classroom. I lived with constant anxiety, worried that I wouldn't be able to find a book in time. I was also a very sensitive person, which made everything even harder. After a few days, my headaches started. The pain became so intense that there were moments when I felt like smashing my head against the wall. My father used to say I had hit the jackpot. If your younger brothers hadn't passed away, there's no way you would have been the one going to school. Aside from my own family's circumstances, many other families around us were the same. Of course, there were also families who sent their daughters to school. Things are different now. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. As long as they earn a place in high school or college, I will support them all equally, whether they are daughters or my son. I think that's a sign of progress. It represents change in many aspects of our society and our way of thinking.